We had a windstorm blow through Hamilton last night. Took out the tops of this maple. You can see the small mushrooms growing on the wood and the bark. That's a sign of decay. So anytime you see this on the trunk, it lets you know that there's a problem. So you can see it just broke up the fence. There's a chain restaurant back here, so it fell right into this hole. See where it split. Now I don't think it blew over because of the decay. The decay is small inside of the wood. There's not a lot of decay. On the inside. It's not punk. It's punky up here, but it didn't split down here. That white here, that's decay. This here is a little punky. So the foliage on this lead here is brown. So obviously this came, where did this come from? Probably came off this right side here. So the one side was green, had green leaves, and the other side had brown leaves. So you really got to pay attention to your trees. See, the right side over here is all green. Just got to pay attention to your trees. If you have a half-dead tree, you got to call us to take it out. Again, that's not why this tree came down. It wasn't because of the decay. It wasn't because the one side of the foliage was dead and the other was green. It was just in the wrong place at the right time with the wind. The wind hit it just at the right time. So we're going to be taking out this tree. We're going to be cleaning up this debris, all the brush. We're going to have to take out a section of this fence so we can get our mini skid steer back here to get the wood out. And we're going to do our best cleaning up all the rakings. There's a lot of weeds back here. I don't see any poison, but we'll do our best on cleaning it up. We got most of the brush out. We're just working on the wood now. What we used to do before I got this machine, we would cut these pieces here in half that are about 1.5 feet, 2 feet long, and then we would bring them to the wood chipper with a wheelbarrow. This machine enables us to leave the pieces longer. And use horsepower instead of manpower to bring the wood to the chipper. It's more efficient. So we're bringing it up this hill into the chipper. The hard hats are off because trees on the ground. We always wear hard hats when we're either climbing a tree or using the bucket. So we'll get this mess here finished up, and then we'll start working on that broken limb there. We just dropped this one right leader going out. We put a rope in there, yanked it over. Now we're going to put a rope in this one here. The higher we go, the better. That way we have more leverage to yank it down. And plus this is leaning backwards. So if it's not done precisely, it'll make more of a mess by tearing down the other fence. So the rope's got to be put in proper, as high as possible for more leverage. And then we have to do a nice notch, a nice big notch with a big face cut. We're going to put a big face cut coming into the yard. Then we finish cleaning up this backyard. Luckily only 2 pickets got broke on that fence, 2 or 3. We're still raking up this area here. So we'll be out of here shortly. We put the rope up high into that other trunk, came over just as planned. We put the machine on it. We had the rope tied to the machine and yanked on it with the machine. There was no way we were going to be able to pull over with the leaning that it was going towards the back of this house. So we just have to get the wood out of here. I got to cut the stump down lower, finish blowing the backyard off, and we're out of here. There wound up being some kind of concrete or metal or stone, something inside of this trunk here. So it's staying like this. It's in the backyard. Luckily it's not in the front yard. If it were in the front yard, I would have put another blade on it, but the homeowner is not really concerned about this. So, just glad the job's done. It's hot out. Ready to call it a day. Everything back here is done. All cleaned up. The brush in the distance, that's another tree that fell over. We're working for that homeowner tomorrow.